everyone. So you're putting together a new web page. It might be a new product page, company about us page, investor page, or pricing page. I have a checklist for you to go through for every new web page that you create, because I know that it's often easy to forget all the little things that you need to remember to maximize the impact of a new web page. So let's get started. The full checklist is available for download in the link below, but let's go through some of these items right now. The first thing to remember is your audience. You might have different audiences for different pages of your website. So for the new page that you're creating, who is your target reader? Is it an investor? Is it an executive at your target prospect organization? Is it a technical person at your target prospect organization? Who are you writing and putting this page together for? Always keep that in mind, first of all. So when you're working in a startup, I know it's really easy to get excited and immersed in your product and your solution. But when you're putting together a web page, always keep in mind the acronym WIIFM. What's in it for me? That's what your visitor or reader is going to be thinking when they're looking at your web page, the imagery and the copy and so on. So put your hat on from the reader's perspective. Imagine yourselves in their role, their function, and put together your web page with their perspective in mind. The first thing to think about from a messaging standpoint is your headline. How are you going to grab your reader's attention? Now, don't focus too much at this point on what your product does. Focus more on your prospect or your reader and what they are looking to achieve, or what risks they're looking to mitigate, or what goals they have. Then position your solution, the benefits that they're going to be able to achieve, or the outcomes they're going to be able to gain, and how are you going to do that? And then lastly, for the technical details of the product, list those parts. Now, for a specific page, if it's not for a technical audience, don't get too technical and save that part for another page that's designed for a different persona in mind. Also remember to focus on your competitive, differentiating, or innovative capabilities or parts of your product. Now, you may say, we're very innovative and we don't have a competitor in the market. Well, there's always the status quo. Prospects can always choose to do nothing or to do things the way they were currently doing. So if that's your competition, remember to state how you're better than the status quo or how they're currently doing things. Next, make your page more readable. One way to do that is to have subsections. So if your reader isn't interested in everything you have to say, the skimmability of subsections enables them to more easily jump to a part that they are interested in. Number 2, use bullets perhaps where you can instead of long form text. Try to keep your text short and make it very easy to read. Next, think about providing proof of claims, social proof that the reader should continue learning about you and your solution. So I know some of you are early stage and may not have clients yet. The best one would be like a customer logo wall, testimonials and quotes and things like that. But if you don't have that yet, provide some sort of other third-party validation. That can be in the form of media coverage, analyst quotes, or even industry partners that you work with. Next, include images on your page. Not only does it help you break up your message and your copy content, but it also helps you communicate your message more quickly. It can be product images, images of your product in use within the context of your target persona's industry or job. It can be process or architecture or technical diagrams if it's for a technical audience. But moreover, what's been proven time and time again, whether it's in ads or on web pages, is that images that include humans, smiling humans on pages, engage more deeply and convert more. So too often I see images of people at desks or pictures of people working at a screen, but it doesn't include the actual image of the person smiling. So try to include some of those, and of course, make sure that they're representative not of you, but of them, of your reader in the context of their job, their role in their industry. Also include video embedded right on your web page. You can upload it to YouTube and have it embedded on your web page because people love to click that little sideways triangle button and watch video these days. But make sure that whatever message you have on your video, you also have in text, because not everybody will watch the video, and if they don't, you'll miss that opportunity to communicate a very important message. Next, make sure to always provide very prescriptive or specific guidance on what they should do next to continue learning about you or maybe to contact you. So have a clear call to action, or maybe even more than one call to action. This can include free resources to learn more or download information. Maybe it's a trial, maybe it's booking a consultation, maybe it's some gated resources like white papers and things like that. We'll talk a little bit more about calls to action and the different kinds of content to use in that buying journey. But for a web page, just keep in mind, what is that next step that you want to be prescriptive about visitors to do next? Next, always be thinking about search engine optimization. What specific terms should you optimize this page for? Do your keyword research and figure out and choose a specific keyword set that is relevant and attainable for you, and make sure that you're optimizing it and thinking about the URL, the title, and a few other things to optimize your page for that word or for that phrase. The asset has a sub-bulleted list of the items that you should be thinking about. Then think about navigation. Where is it going to fit on your top nav? Or maybe it's not something that you want on your top nav. Maybe it's something that you don't want on the navigation specifically, or maybe it's something you only have on the bottom footer. Either way, make sure you're purposely thinking about how it's mapped out, and still make sure that you're always putting it in your sitemap. Now, one of the things you should do if you're creating a new web page, and maybe even a new layout, is to put a heat mapping tool on it. It can just be for the first 3 or 4 months, but you can use Lucky Orange, Hotjar, or Microsoft Clarity, so you can see not only the number of people and clicks and things like that, but you can also see how each visitor or how the visitors are going through that page. Where are they scrolling down to? Where are they hovering over? Where are they reading? Where are they not reading? And this will give you some guidance into how you can continue to improve the performance and the conversions on that page. So good luck putting together your new web page. To get the downloadable version of this checklist, click the link below. If you have any suggestions or things you think I may have forgotten or questions, please put them in the comments below. If you like this, give it a like, give it a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.